Hello everyone! We are here now to present you our medium-sized module called Mezzo. Please come closer to have a look. Look at this panel. No screws visible, no sharp corners. It's one single unit. This will enable, of course, to have a great hygiene on the product. This Mezzo, is existing in different sizes, of course.
Yeah. So we have here four sizes. We have the 400 millimeter size, we have the 600 millimeter size, we have the 800 millimeter size, and even a large 1200 millimeter size. This enables you to accommodate all kinds of infrastructural needs, outlets, sockets, doesn't matter, in these big modules.
Of course, we have different panels. So here Mezzo is equipped with 3 single panels in the front to install electrical sockets, data sockets and gas sockets. And in the back, a double panel to install as well. Here you see gas outlet, but you will be able to install power sockets or data socket as well.
Now we decided not to offer as a default compartments inside. So you have this big module available with a lot of free room available to install any special accessories or components such as suction pumps, touch screens, monitors. We can bring them inside, but if necessary, as an option, we can offer compartments that segregate the electrical connections from the gas connection. This is an option available to you depending on the regulation on the customer wishes.
You might have seen as well that the Mezzo is equipped with some track system. This black track in the front are called EPOS, ergonomic positioning system. So we have on this Mezzo 4 tracks, 4 EPOS systems, which are enabling us to install all our accessories. So when I say accessories, I mean rail system, IV poles, monitor holders, all these Maquet accessories. So let's have a look how it works. So it's every accessories will be equipped with a clamp like this. On this clamp you have a little screw. So it's an easy, I position it on the rail system. You see it's very easy. And with a simple Allen key, Fernando is fixing the accessories. It's fixed and you can mount the accessories from the top of the module to the bottom of the module without any limitation, no steps to respect. You are free to position your accessories anywhere for a better ergonomic.
Yeah, we have here as well, behind this track system, hiding behind this sealed rubber, a 24-volt power strip. This is meant to supply power to a selection of components. One of those is the handle control that we use to move the pendant. So we have here the same system to bring it on, and once it is brought into place, we can just flip this little switch and the power connects the device to the pendant. One important thing, the whole power supply for this track system actually is here on the bottom of the module. That gives the technicians an easy access to this whole system. It's not necessary anymore to go up into the ceiling or to the ceiling cover of the pendant to have access to the power supply. Everything is here on the bottom, very easy and accessible for everyone.
What kind of accessories do we have available for Moduevo range? Let's have a look. So first, let's look at this little cable winder. You know, it's the so-called donut. So it will enable you to store the cable, to have a workstation more clean or properly arranged. To fix the accessories on the EPOS system, you don't need any screwdriver or any Allen key. Here it's an easy click system, so you just position the clamp on the rail and press on the button and it's fixed. So when you have a cable to store, it looks like that. So you have your cable rotated around and of course you close the donut so that it's easy to clean.
So I would just like to present you another accessory. It's the shelf extender that you can see here. So this is meant to elongate the existing shelves in case you need to bring another device to a pendant. So it's very simple to install. You just slide it in on the rail, and once it's in position, you can tighten the little knobs here on the bottom, and it's going to hold, and you can bring further components to this shelf very easily, very quickly, very practically. So we are going to now introduce you the new range of accessories that we are bringing for the Moduevo pendant. To begin with, we have our own designed monitor arm holder. This comes as a single, as you can see here, or even as a double arm with several lengths. We have as well the height adjustable versions. Here you see the single. We have as well the double. And this can hold up to 14 kilos. The height adjustable version can hold from 8 to 14 kilos.
Okay, then let's talk about IV pole. IV pole, there is lots of new things around IV poles. Let's first talk about the configuration we have. We have a single arm IV pole fixed on a single clamp, or we have a double arm IV pole fixed on a single clamp as well. So this will be able to load 20 kilos pumps. Then for a more heavy load, we will have a double clamp fixation with a double arm, 2 times singles or 2 times doubles with 50 kilos load capacity. Then if we have a closer look at how it works, so 2 things regarding articulation. So you all have faced the knob, the big screw fixation. So today here there is no more screws, and we are fixing with a single finger. You are locking the articulation. Now it's locked. If I push again, it's reopened. So for the 2 articulation here and here, you have this knob system. Another thing is new in this IV pole is how to hold the pole itself. So here again, no more screws. You just open the switch and then you can bring up the pole and then you lock again your IV pole. And here, just a safety a ring to avoid when you open that with the weight, the pole might drop on the floor. So that's for the IV pole.
Here we have the swivel rail. Swivel rail can hold up to 3 kilos of capacity. So it is meant to bring small components close to the outlets that are behind it, and you can easily bring them to the corresponding outlet and have quick access to the whole infrastructure.
We have for energy and for cargo lift, we have remote control. So remote control for the up and down movement. This it's a cable remote control connected to a clamp fixed on our EPOS system, of course. So the remote control is powered via the bus bar.
So again, we have several kinds of shelves, but the main differences are The shelves are now 450 millimeters long and 485 millimeters wide. We have larger ones with 685 and even 885 millimeters. These can be mounted on dual clamps. In this case, they can hold up to 50 kilos. And we have as well the single clamp versions. This one can hold 30 kilos. So everyone, I climbed all the way up here to show you the new cover that we have for our new range of pendants. As you can see, we have a square-shaped cover. This comes in two versions. One is this, the semi-curved cover, and we have as well a flat cover. We use these covers for both the single installation and for the dual mount installation. Is the same size, so you don't have to plan a different style of cover depending on if it's a dual or if it's a single. And here you can see as well our energy motorized pendant. So the energy can cover a length up to 2500 millimeters. We have this beam that comes up to 1 meter length, and this one comes up to 1.5 meter length. And the total load that we can hold is up to 220 kilos. In the longest version, it's 210 kilos.
One great characteristic of energy is the inner diameter, so the capacity you have inside the arms to route all the cables and the tubes. So in the energy and actually in the whole range, the whole beam of Moduevo, you have an inner diameter of 121 millimeter. Be precise. So it's one of the biggest of the market. Regarding height adjustment, energy is also having a very high features. We can have a total height adjustment of 710 millimeter. So you see that I'm controlling the up and down movement via this remote control, but of course we can control the up and down movement from a handle fixed on the shelf. So this handle here is controlling the up and down movement as well. But this handle is also controlling more than that. We are going to activate the brake from the handle. Fernando is showing you. As you can see, it was very, I would say, easy to use. No need to activate any switch or any button. Fernando just grab the handle and move the pendant. It's a very new system from Maquet. It's what we call the capacitive handle. So it's only by grabbing the handle that you will release the brakes. We will have in the range two types of brakes, pneumatic brakes and electromagnetic brakes.
The electromagnetic brakes are actually a very sturdy system, so they hold the whole block, the whole beams in place. When you touch it, please listen. It's absolutely zero noise, and you can move it freely. Look, one thing, I don't have to look anymore at small little buttons to know which beam I'm going to move. I just grab the handle and all the beams are free. In case I want to do a fine tuning, a fine movement, I can grab the handle, just press the middle button here, and then the upper beam is blocked and I can move the bottom beam freely.
One option available on the Moduevo range is the ambient light system. The ambient light will be used, of course, in UR, in minimal invasive surgery, to give light to the staff around the surgeon, but of course in the ICU to provide some light again for the staff around the patient to avoid to disturb the patient when resting, but also it will support the reestablishment of the circadian cycle of the patient. So what kind of ambient light we have? We have ambient light on the top of the beam as first option. We have ambient light on the module itself, on the side, and we will have ambient light options available at the bottom of the module. These ambient light options will be available on the 3 different modules, mezzo, slim and twin. We are going now to present you the largest module of the range. It's called twin. So here, just look at the module itself. Here it's installed with a lifting solution with our cargo lift, but now we are just going to talk about the module itself. So the twin, as you can see, is consisting of 2 separate modules, I would say. It's 2 types slim module mounted together. All in all, again, have a look at the finishing. No visible screws on the panel, 1 unique panels, no gap, no sharp edge for a really easy cleaning of the system. The module is consisting of 6 panels, so 1, 2 in the front, 3, 4 on the side, and 5, 6 on the back, in the back. So again, here it will be one of the biggest module for, having the biggest capacity in terms of outlets and gas components.
So the module comes now as well, like the rest of the range, in 4 different sizes. So we have the 400 millimeter size, we have the 600, the 800, and up to 1200 millimeters in size. Notice that we have now this empty space in the middle. So we have done this for different purposes. I will show you now a few. So, as you can see, we can first pass on through the cables of any anesthesia machine or whatever equipment is located in front of the module. You will notice as well that we have developed this little box here for cable management. We can even store hoses if necessary on it. So we just put it here in place. And then we can use this empty space to lodge this box inside. So now everything is neatly organized. And here we have the whole system neatly organized, the cables and hoses coming through and stored here in this space in between.
Like any other modules, the twin will be also equipped with the EPOS system. Remember, EPOS for ergonomic positioning system. So you have 2 EPOS on the front and 2 EPOS on the back to fix all needed accessories. The EPOS will be here, of course, equipped as well with a 24-volt power supply to supply the power to your control of brakes. So time for the slim now. The slim is, for those who know Modutech, the slim is the small brother of the slim line. It's our most compact module of the range. So compact, doesn't mean small in terms of capacity, but it means really a compact footprint. You know that in the OR, in the ICU, the space is a key factor or key concern. So to have a compact module in this kind of environment can be a strong point.
This module comes actually on 4 sizes. So we have a short version of 400, we have a version of 600, we have the 800 and even the 1200 version.
This module, as you can see, on this module we work as well on the finishing of the product. So you see a very round shape design. You see that we have no visible screw. Again, to facilitate the cleaning of the product. So it would be, I think, a good advantage for the hygiene of the product. On this module, we will have 3 panels. So when I say panels, I mean panels for outlets and sockets. So 2 in the front and here 1 in the back. If there is not really front and back anymore, but let's talk like that. On these 3 panels, you are going to mount all the gas outlets, or all the electrical sockets and data.
You notice that we have 3 EPOS tracks here on this limb. We have here one on the front and we have 2 more on the back. So you can have 3 positions for accessories. Just to refresh, the EPOS is a bus bar kind of system. So it's a rail where we can mount the accessories. Thank you, Landini. Very easily on any position we want. And once these accessories are in position, we have this power strip that is hidden behind this rubber, and you just plug and then you have connectivity to the power supply of the module. The power supply is here below, as you remember from the other modules.
I remind you, we have 3 possibilities of ambient light. So one on the side, okay, both sides, on this additional panel. One possibility on the bottom, okay, to visualize the footprint of the module in the dark, and one on the top of the beam. Here there is a lot of light, you don't see it, but it's shining on the ceiling, just to give a nice ambience around it.
So to wrap it up, we have the anchor system, which can receive 1 pendant on a single mount or on a dual mount and then 2 pendants. We can have the pendants with double beams, we can have the pendants with single beams, or we can even have the pendant just a column coming straight down with no beams at all. And this column can be either fixed or rotary, so you choose.